guys, we are going to be getting ready, like, for the day. This is slightly different content, so I'm really in a state of wanting to transition into like beauty and science era, and so we're going to be doing more of these get ready with me. But whenever I watch these videos, the stuff that they talk about, I'm like, okay, your Bentley broke down. I can't relate. I'm so sorry. Like, I cannot relate to your Bentley breaking down. I can relate though to like trying to find a job. You know what I'm saying? Trying to balance work and life. I can relate to that. So I'm going to be making content like that, and I'm going to be doing that from the floor as I get dressed. I'm not someone who wears makeup every day, and I want to get into that because I feel like that's so grown woman. Like, all grown women wear makeup every day, and I don't care what you say. It's just something about grown women wearing makeup every day. I just love it. So I want to be a grown woman who wears makeup every day. However, I'm not about to do like a full face because who has time for that? So I've been experimenting and playing around with really simple, everyday, just like something to make the face look bright, to look vibrant, whatever. And that's what we're going to do. So I will be taking my glasses on and off because I usually don't wear contacts to school. I have my little handheld mirror. Ooh, I hope you did not just see my room. It's a mess. And I'm going to walk through what I'm going to do because I want to yap. And I have a lot to talk about, actually. If my glasses are dirty, don't talk about them. Like, this is real and relatable content. So we're going to lay everything out. I moisturized with the e.l.f. Skin face cream. And then I also, like, while I rub it in, will spray this sunscreen on my face. I hope it's focusing on me. But yeah, and now I'm about to lay out everything that I'm going to use so that way I can explain to y'all what I'm doing. And then from there, we can get into our discussion. Because yeah, we're gonna talk today about trying to find a job. Specifically for grad students, because I think a lot of us, we're all going through this struggle right now. So yeah, this is the layout. If you have feedback, comments, concerns, let me know in the comments. But this is what we're gonna do. I have already did the face stuff. I'll go in with this Prime Grip by e.l.f. that I have used a lot of. And then after that, I will do my brows. And then I really like the Buttermilk Glaze, the skin tint by NYX. And then I put that on. When I do my brows, I also do like concealer on my brows. I'll put this on, then I will do concealer on my face. And for that, I use the Pro Fix Stick by NYX. Between NYX and e.l.f., you literally can get any and everything done. Like, I always say that I would invest in a good foundation, but everything else, TBH, you can really just get at the drugstore. Between NYX and e.l.f., one of them has it. But I use this cream blush by LYS in the shade Higher Standard, period. And then the Buttermilk blush I have not used by NYX, and this shade is called Butter with Time. However, it's so pretty. I want to see if it'll focus. It's like, you know when you get something fresh out the pack, it's just, it's perfect. I don't even want to mess it up. And yeah, that's it. That's all the rambling I have for you. And now let's get into the conversation. I don't know, I'm nervous. Stop watching me. Oh my gosh. Okay, yes, I also, again, do part of my face with my glasses on because I can't see. I'm blind. Like, I have astigmatism in both eyes. I cannot see. There's a lot of uncertainty for grad students about professionally, what are we supposed to be doing with our lives? Like, the year that this is dropping is 2025. Y'all already know what time it is. And I think beyond just what's going on in the world right now, the fair question that is like a timeless question is, what do I do with this degree? Now, I have made a video on here talking about like, is a PhD worth it, and talking about my journey to getting a PhD and my thoughts, whatever. That was a bit more formal. However, this conversation is real, and when we're here, it's real talk. And the real is, I feel slightly discouraged. I'm not even gonna hold you. I feel very discouraged, and sometimes I do have moments where it's like, what was the point of me getting this degree and pursuing this degree when I see people who have half the qualifications in these roles? You get what I'm saying? So I do take pause there. I also take pause in wondering why conversations, especially for PhD students in biomedical sciences, why we do not have more conversations about pursuing career in industry, why that's seen as such a bad thing, leaving academia, which that's a whole different story. Like, that's a whole nother video in itself. But I just don't know why that's like a bad word, me wanting to go into industry. And not just me, I'm sure there are other students that feel that way as well. So that's kind of the whole premise of this conversation, is really me just ranting about how there is not enough being done and taught in these PhD programs about what to do when you're ready to graduate. Backtrack. I do want to say a few things. My school is amazing. It's no secret what school I go to. I love my school. I love our administrative staff, our faculty, our career development center. I am extremely fortunate to have the people that I have at my school, because they do so much for us. They have so many events for us when it comes to, like, you know, figuring out what you want to do, setting up one-on-one calls, things of that nature. But in us, let me maybe turn this way so I'm not covering my face so much. I think this might be helpful. But I think even with having all of those events and whatnot, me going to a 1-hour lunch isn't going to tell me everything I need to know about what it's like to work in a pharmaceutical company, or being at a 1-hour dinner social happy hour is not going to let me know about what it's like going into the startup portion of biotech. And I know these programs exist because I've participated in them, but I fear that a lot of students do not get to have that opportunity because they don't have the support from either their institution or their advisor to encourage them to take on those roles and find those roles. And that's where, like, my frustration is, because I'm someone who's really resourceful. I'm going to go out of my way. I'm going to network. I'm on LinkedIn. I use LinkedIn. If you don't use LinkedIn, you need to be using LinkedIn, because I have connected with so many professionals, and especially being in the Texas Medical Center, you'll be so surprised at how many people, like, you'll see on LinkedIn, and then 2 to 3 months later, you will see them at the coffee shop nearby. And it's like, oh my gosh, we connected on LinkedIn. How are you? Give me a job. But it's true, like, give me a job, dang. I'm poor, I'm broke. And I get really frustrated whenever I'm told, like, oh, you wanting to go into industry is like such a cash grab. You just want to do it for money. You just want to make money. You don't care about the science. If you really cared about the science, you would stay in academia. I'm told this to my face. And people who are in it get it. People who are not will think I'm exaggerating. I'm not. I have been told to my face, me wanting to pursue a career in industry is me just wanting to make money and not care about science, not care about people. It's so easy to say stuff like that, though, when you're already in your career. You're in your career, And because you're in your career and you're making six figures, it's easy to say you should be doing something for the love. When was the last time you made $30,000? When was the last time you had a pot of ramen? When you can recall that, then you can tell me about doing things for the love of science. But until then, there's nothing wrong with me wanting to have a job with a livable wage. I'm making possibly minimum wage. You do the math. In Texas, minimum wage is $7.25. That's minimum wage. If I'm working more than 40 hours a week. But even if I was just working 40 hours a week, does that math add up? Does it? And if it does, it doesn't matter. It's not enough, okay? Not right now. It's not enough. So yeah, y'all, that's the struggle. If you have a friend that's in grad school right now, you really need to like pray for them. Genuinely pray for them. And I would love to be able to figure out ways to like connect and encourage my peers on a larger level of like, hey, I found this opportunity, like y'all should totally do it. I don't know. I think that's also, I guess now transitioning into talking about being a smaller creator, there are a lot of things that I'll learn and find out about, and I share things with my immediate circle of people that like I'm in school with and whatnot. But I think about, and let's just be honest, coming from an HBCU, I'm always going to be thinking about the Black community and other Black students who probably won't have the same access to the things that I have access to being at the type of school that I'm at. And so I really wish, and this could be seen as selfish, but sometimes I do wish I had a larger platform that targeted my audience of interest, so that way I really could just continue to share resources. But one day, someone's gonna stumble upon all these videos since 2017 of me talking about being at Hampton, the pandemic happening, and then coming here back to Houston, where I'm from, and now being at the #1 cancer institute in the world. Like, someone's gonna find these videos and say, oh, thank you, Lauren, for putting all this information out there for me. And I'm going to tell you, you're welcome in advance. Keep in mind, I usually do this in like 10 minutes. But because I'm talking, it's taking me longer. But yeah, no, I don't take this long to do this. This is supposed to be quick and easy. What else is going on in life right now related to just like jobs? Or just being poor. Like, dang. And my mom's gonna hate the fact that I'm saying that, like saying that I'm poor. She does not like when I say that. And I get it. I really do, Mom. But what else do you call it? I can't wait to get a big girl job. I can't wait to have my industry job. And here's my thing. When it comes to working and like what I want to do, I see myself being in a position to where I can give back and create opportunities for young Black professionals who want to pursue like a career in healthcare. I want to do that, which is why I want to be in industry. But I also want the freedom to be able to serve as a volunteer in a way where like I can educate Black communities, low income communities about the things that are going on. You're wanting to be involved in a clinical trial, this is why you should or should not be participating. You are wanting to change medications, well, this is how you can read literature on these medications before you start taking it. Because we're all familiar and we're all taught about the Tuskegee trials and how there just is so much distrust, specifically within the Black community, between healthcare overall and in our community. And so the first step is just having representation, because when you see people that look like you, you're more likely to trust them. But us just being there is not enough. We need to actually know what we're talking about. We need to actually be allies and actually be advocates for our people and be educated and educate them. Because it's a lot of people, I'm sure, we can all think of that are in these positions of power or decision making that aren't doing things for the betterment of Black people and minorities. Like, every minority group has somebody that they can think of. Not even just minority groups. Y'all all got somebody you could think of that just does stuff and they don't care how it impacts other people. This looks so nice. Like, this looks so clean. So yeah, y'all, your girl, like, it's hard wanting to be someone to like save the world. Like, it's hard. But also at the same time, school stresses me out so much that sometimes I just want to be all like, forget it. I don't care. And that's a real feeling that people do not talk about. And I hope if anyone has ever made you feel ashamed of feeling that way, you know that I feel that way. There are so many days where I'm just like, I don't give a rat's tail about what happens in science. I don't care. I don't care. Get me out of here. I don't care. I have so many days like that because it's like, what's the point? What's the point? Y'all not finna listen. Y'all are gonna like bypass me, overlook me. My little student voice doesn't matter. I just have so many days where I feel like that. But me being involved in these programs that I see people that look like me in these positions, making opportunities, advocating for students to like, hey, let's make sure she graduates. Hey, let's make sure she gets an internship. Hey, let's make sure she gets a job. Like, that keeps me motivated. Let's put my glasses on, because that's the other thing too. I gotta see what it looks like with glasses on. Because a lot of things kind of get hidden with the You see it. It looks good. It looks cute. If you want to go into academia, by all means, sister, go. Go and have fun and have a ball. If you do not want to be in academia, don't. And don't let these people bully you into staying, because I think that's a lot of the problem. There's a lot of people who are in academia who don't want to be there, but feel that they have no other place to go or any other place to be. And so because of that, they're in academia and they're making your life a living nightmare. Invest in this. This is the Ultra Suede Sculpting Lip Pencil in the shade Jeff by Mario. $40. So worth the money. And it's still like, there's a lot there. There's a lot there. But to wrap things up, like for real, in conclusion, in totality, per my last email, you're going to be fine. Okay? You're not dropping out of, I'm not dropping out of school. I'm not dropping out. I'm leaving. I'm graduating. I'm not dropping out. This type of stuff is good. These types of conversations need to be had more. They need to be had amongst your peers. They need to be had amongst faculty members. They need to be had amongst professionals, because there are so many overqualified graduate students I see that will graduate and don't have a job. Or they're working a job that they did not need to be in grad school for. That's the sad reality. But we're going to be prayerful that that is not our reality. We are going to be in such deep prayer that we are going to get the jobs that we aspire to have. We are going to get the guidance and the mentorship that we need to be successful in those positions. And those positions will serve us for the time that they are meant to. And when it is time for us to pivot, we will. And we will be all the more prepared. So with that, as I clean up and pack up my little makeup bag, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And until next time.